Okay guys, I'm going to be talking about the Big Boy Baits Kermit today. I have two colors right here. This is my new purple pumpkin color. This is the Georgia Kudzu. I know it's probably hard to see the details of the color, but you'll see it in the pictures coming up. There's a couple ways I like to rig this frog. The main way is weightless, of course, but also I like to throw it on a weighted hook. This isn't your normal weighted hook. This also has a buzz bait in front. It's a Cyclone Baits buzz frog without the actual frog part. But it works for, I'm just going to be rigging it up on the weighted hook, which works for any weighted hook setup. So basically I got an owner twist lock flipping hook. I like these hooks because if you look at that, it's more of a J hook than an actual like an offset. It doesn't have that much offset to it. So when you rig it and you pull that hook, it's going to pop right up and get more hook sets into those fish. That's what I like about these owner twist lock flipping hooks. The normal owner twist lock hooks also do have that signature bend, which is good for some baits, but for frogs and stuff, I like the flipping hooks because of the way that the hook lays on the bait. So I'm going to start it with the purple pumpkin. What you do first, I almost always rig my frogs with a twist lock, just because of the way you're throwing it, the way you're running it through cover. So what you do is you just punch it right through, right in the nose, get it dead center, and then apply some pressure and just twist. You can also just twist against the hook. It'll catch that leverage, and I like to go so it's pretty snug against there. Then what you do is you measure it up, see where it's going to be at. It's going to, with the 4/0, which is my favorite hook size, it goes in right above that rudder. What that is a small rudder right there. You can see it. It's a small rudder, and it just helps the frog run true. But it's going to go in right between that. So you bend the frog down. Be careful not to hook your frog. These things are super sharp. And hook it in right there. Make sure it's centered and just punch it through. There's your frog set up. Now, most of the time I'll do just that and skin hook it. As you can see, it's perfectly rigged right now. Sometimes if I'm not fishing the heaviest stuff, I'll just leave it open and that hook slot won't get caught. Finger slides right over it. But then when you pull, when you set that hook pops right out and you got a lot of hook to hook those fish. So that is one way to do it, right there. I like this way for when you're going through heavier cover. You know, it does provide a little bit more grip on the frog. The next way I'm going to show you, you can do that with an unweighted or weighted hook, guys. The next way I'm going to show you is with a weighted. Of course, you can do this with the unweighted as well. So what I do is I line it up perfectly. This one doesn't have the centering pin, which I don't like, but that's all fine. And then you just screw it right up onto the nose. Just keep going until it reaches that keeper. There you go, right there. It's nice and snug against the tip of that hook. And as you can see, if you measure it right, the back of that hook extends past the frog. There's nothing like you could try like stretching the frog that way and trying to get it to fit. But you know what I really like to do? This is how you save money, guys. Save money on these frogs. Run it through the legs, just like that. So it's out, right? It's loose. It's not connected to anything on the back. That's when you pull it back a good bit and just run it just under. It's not like the normal skin hook. It's a very light skin hook, but it's enough that to hold it in place when it's going like crazy. As you can see, there's one entry point on this frog. Well, if you count this, there's two. But right now, the only thing holding this frog is that screw lock. That's why it's so essential to have the screw lock. Because if you don't, and you just have a normal wide gap hook, it's just going to slide right down. You need the screw lock for this. Also, the little skin hook part, which you can just run deeper or shallower every time you catch a fish, and if it rips a little bit. What this is going to do, with a wider gap hook like this, that you're going to get so much hook into these fish. Watch this. Presses down. That frog is going to slide up like that. Either it's going to slide up or it's going to slide off sometimes if they hit it hard enough. Off is the best because then the frog's not in the way at all, and you honestly just have an open hook to hook those fish. It's weedless as the normal rig. It's easy to rig. It doesn't mess up the frog whatsoever, and when it punches through, you get a lot of hook in there. This can also be used weightless or weighted. But that's two ways to rig the Big Boy Baits Kermit, guys. It's getting to be fall. If you guys are in down south, the fish move shallow now. Start feeding on frogs. Please check out the Big Boy Baits Kermit at bigboybaitco.com. Thanks for watching this, guys.